session 66. We're picking up a little bit retconny, but essentially you have left Alano, you're in your carriage with your two horses, and you are trotting your way across the Sierra Trethis into Royal Core, crossing the border into a different country for the first time in campaign. But we are retconning just a little bit to do a few things. But before that, who wants to share things that they remember from last session? Everyone roll a d12.
Of course I can.
I have no dice. Why doesn't it feel right?
Oh, the D&D Beyond logos for Pride.
I got an 11.
I got a 5.
The map has changed. Sorry.
Wow.
Oh!
Ooh!
Exciting times.
I think, did anyone else get a 12?
I got 1. All that.
That's all right. Chloe, what do you remember from last time?
Let's go. So, Toki asked everyone. Oh no, sorry. Okay, it's fine. I tried to make you guys bigger and I completely fucked up my notes.
Oh.
I've fixed it. Asked everyone to empty their inventories because he realized that he had forgotten to get his brother a birthday present, and then Luca very kindly gave me the Wand of Pyrotechnics, which I'm going to send him in a min. And we had a little... Toki quizzed everyone on what they thought he should do about whether he should publish his work with Asta or not. And then the main thing that he remembers is that he spoke to one of Luca's brothers. Very big. He did sending to Matteo, and he said a grand total of 50 words to him. Had 50 words said back. And yeah, that's probably what's on the forefront of his mind.
I love it. Very, very good. Right, let's roll a d10. I got a 10.
I've got a 3.
And a 6.
Cool. I'll go. Last thing I remembered was I liked it when you were all researching in the library, and then people took like little bits they were going to research, little different areas. I liked that a lot. I thought it felt quite nice and real. So I enjoyed that. Right, remaining people, roll a d6 for me.
A 1. Jesus Christ.
Get your ones out now.
Get my ones out now before we're attacked on the road. Inevitably.
Yeah.
I'm guessing April got highest.
I got 6.
So yeah,
Sorry,
you go for it, mate.
That's 6.
Oh, did you as well? Sorry, I didn't see you, mate.
mm.
Oh, roll again, you two. Sorry, my love, I didn't see.
3.
Did you get 3, April?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Izzy, go. Apologies, Alanis. Assume your rightful place.
Yeah, I mean, like Taki said, we were arguing about whether Taki needed to be petty or not about his research. Whether so Blackwood could use it to cite some work. And then there was a very emotional hour or so where we looked up what happened to Luca's family and all of the history, and then spoke to Mateo, Elijah, and that Luca had a very cute little nickname of Barotto.
Yes, Paparoto. That was so cute. That was so cute. Was it Milano Little Duck? Because he was always following them around.
Yeah, it's Little Duck, yeah.
I can't. Oh no. Put my glasses on so you can't see me crying. So sweet. Okay, so the last two. Roll a d8 for me.
I got a 5.
Ooh, April gets it with a 7.
Actually, right. Following what everyone else has said, a very interesting lore session for Luca's brothers. April wants to raise up Luca's middle brother. Raph won't, don't worry.
So funny.
But yeah, a very heartfelt session.
Yeah, it was.
Raph's considering getting into the mafia, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. No, I love that. Why shouldn't you get into the mafia?
Indeed.
Like I put it there. Yeah, I don't.
Thinking.
Yeah,
It's
I
nice
don't
you joined.
even remember what spurred the. I know where I was and I had the idea for Luca's family, but I wasn't listening to an audiobook about organised crime. I think I was listening to Hamilton. I was on the drive back from Steph's house to Sheffield, and I just got to Chesterfield, and I just had this idea, and I was like, I put my voice note on app on, and I was like, Lauren, I fucking figured it out. You're gonna love this. Is crazy. What if they're the mafia? So I have no idea where that came from, but you're welcome. Now there's the mafia. But yes, Eleanor, roll a d4 for me.
Good thing.
Yay!
I've got to find one first. There we go. It's a 1!
Yay!
God, Jesus!
That's
Yay!
crazy.
The one time a nat 1 gets it.
Yay! Go for it. What does Luca remember from last time?
Oh, what doesn't Luke remember from last time? What an enormous lore drop. Let's do the highlights.
Yes.
I've got, this is the most notes I've ever taken, so let me
Yay.
pin down the highlights. So, in the wake of the fire, Mateo and Elijah are listed among the victims but not declared dead. Then it's learned that they survived. They're in the tabloids where Mateo is being blamed for the incident, saying that he wanted the fortune early. Following the official inquest, Mateo is also blamed for it, which is what put the estate into Silvestro's hands. Luca, so him and Elijah are wanted, and Luca's also kind of wanted, and at the same time no one cares about him. It's a hard thing to know how to feel about that. Looked into Silvestro, we found out that he's just kind of a guy, can't really be mad at him. Looked into Terenzio, who I was reminded was quite high up in the mafia family, which is, I want to like him. Like, in my heart, I've decided that he's a cool uncle and I like him. But I don't love that he's probably trying to take the mafia back into his side of the family's control, and he is now looking after Mateo and Elijah. And then, of course, the main thing, we managed to sending Mateo, after Toki very kindly donated his 2 sending spells to Luca. So we have informed them that I am alive, and that we are going to roll call, and that they have a strange postcard on the way to them.
That's so funny. To get the postcard after you've actually spoken to him is very funny to me.
Especially because the postcard is like, he's alive for now.
For now, yeah.
And you're like,
yeah. So like,
we should have been like, it's coming, but don't worry.
Yeah, it was like, that was a silly one. Like, literally, don't even worry about it. We know more than we know now. It's so funny. Yes, amazing. Yeah, which kind of ish picks us up to where we were. You finished researching in the library, in the Goldwyn library that hasn't got a proper name, but probably would. I don't know what it'd be called. The Goldwinium. I couldn't even get it out without laughing.
Canon. It's there now.
No!
It's in the recording.
You finished researching the Goldwinium. and you have headed back to your campsite. Some things happened, and then we fell asleep, and then we woke up and some things happened, and then we left the road. So let's go back and fill in those some things happened gaps. So what do we want to do first?
Would Wrath like to do his sending? Was that before bed?
Yeah, I realised I never actually sent Lauren the list of people I wanted to check. So if you want, I can just wait for another day. I don't mind, because that's my bad.
Who would you like to do? Like,
I'll message you. There's a list of people I'm going to get through.
Okay, cool. We can leave that. Maybe it's a thing that you do this evening instead.
Yeah, I'll do it then.
So in that case, we go to sleep. We wake up. Toki.
Let's go to that post office.
Woo!
Right. First of all, I would like to send Melahan his card and his wand of pyrotechnics, which I'm sure is fine to send in the post. Oh, hello, Wraith.
Wraith has stuff in her inventory.
Okay. I'd like to give anything to my 17-year-old brother.
Excellent, of course I will. I think Wraith, because she tinkered with the jewelry kit in her downtime while she was practicing, I'm going to say, if Lauren's fine with this,
Yeah, of course.
she used some of the lizard
Say
part
something insane, I
to
might have
make
really
like little jewelry bits.
agreed.
So Wraith is like, I can offer you a talon ring of a lizard talon ring, or he can have a quill and fang necklace.
I think Melahan would absolutely love the necklace.
There you go, have a quill and fang necklace.
Wow.
It's just on a little leather strap, but it's got some nice like metalwork around the top of the fang.
Oh, he's gonna love it. He's such a little emo boy. He's gonna love it.
There we go.
Thank you, Ray.
Little cool fang necklace. There you go. Add it to your post office parcel.
Yeah, right. I'll wrap that up. Right. Yeah, I would like to send it first class, which he did tell me how much it cost, but I
2
forgot.
silver pieces.
Which they're all gonna be so horrified
Yeah,
when
they
they.
are. You're like the
the-
post office person. You're like, could you just hide the stamp? Like,
Could
I
you
know
put
I
a
paid this, but yeah, put a third class stamp on it.
fake second one on top, but I do want it to get there next week. Okay, yeah, and I'll write him a little card.
Cute.
I've not really figured out, but I'll just be like, dear Melahan, happy birthday. I'll write it as I go. Happy birthday. Hope you have a great day. My friend made this necklace. It made me think of you.
Standing outside the post office.
Standing outside. Oh, it's like clearly been written on Toki's knee outside the post office. This is a wonder of pyrotechnics. I picked it up on the road in Calzetta. It's completely harmless, underlined several times. But please do not let Ali anywhere near it. I don't want to be responsible for how mad Mum and Dad will be when she causes whatever havoc she might with it. I'm sure you'll have much more innocent uses for it. Hope you like it. Lots of love, Toki.
That's cute.
And I will take my 2 gold off, and then
2 silver.
oh, 2 silver.
Don't rub yourself with 2 gold.
Oh, that's
Not hundreds
nothing.
of pounds.
I'll send them in 2 separate packages. No.
Yeah, look at me thinking of you multiple times.
What am I doing about this funding? Wraith, I didn't ask your opinion. What do you think I should do?
So Wraith went shopping yesterday. Wraith was not around whenever the library stuff was happening. She was off shopping, getting supplies. Is this the same funding that we talked about before?
So
from
as to
Blackwood
how-
Boy?
Yes. And he would like to publish this project that we worked on together so that he can cite it in his funding. I did make a pro-con list, but I don't have it open.
I thought you decided you didn't want to, like it didn't serve you to do that.
I don't really want our names together, and I don't really want him to have anything if I could make his life harder. But I did acknowledge that that might be petty of me, and Alanis raised a very good point that while it might feel great right now, in the long term, I might be cutting my nose off to spite my face. And it might be good to get published. And importantly, I have been lying to my whole family about getting the funding, and this might soften the blow if I had something else published that I could show them.
You didn't mention that second bit about the family not knowing.
Or will we do that?
Then I agree with Alanis in that case. I think.
You think I should do it?
I don't worry about his name next to yours. Just worry about the fact that your name's out there.
My name is first.
It is. It is first.
And I worry that if I don't do it, he will just change a little bit and take my name off, and then I won't get any credit.
Or he might do something worse, like show up.
Toki looks like he's gonna throw up at that. Yeah, so I should do it.
You should do it. Do it for you.
I should
Not
do
for
it.
him.
Okay.
Yeah. You are the bigger man.
I will. Yeah, that's definitely it.
You want me to message him?
No.
I've got 2 sendings, famously.
No.
Toki has never been more sure.
Yeah, Wrath goes to bed drunk and sends Asta Blackwood 2 drunk sendings.
Yeah, you little
the
bitch
day.
boy. What are you doing about Toki?
Massively threatening, vaguely sexual.
Yeah.
I heard your hub, but fuck you, bro. Literally. You free next week?
Oh my god, you just get back like, who the fuck is this?
Okay. I will send. Yeah. Okay.
An accent. There was an
I
accent.
will
Whoa!
sign it, and I will. But I'm not sending that. I'm sending that not first class. Is third class the lowest?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sending it third
That's
class.
5
How much-
copper. 5 copper.
Cool.
And so that is. It takes 4 days to travel 100 miles, so it'll probably be there in like 12 days. So like in 2029, probably it'll get there. The rate we're going.
Right? I was like, it's 21. We were talking about real world. Okay. Oh, I don't know if I feel good about that, but
I
I'm
can just
glad
message him.
I-
In the next 6 seconds, I can do it.
I'm glad that I spoke to you guys, and I would really love it if you didn't. I would really, really love it if you didn't.
Wraith will like nudge her brother and be like, "Don't do things that Toki doesn't want you to do."
Yes,
looks
we
at Toki
learned
and
from
nods
that, sister,
solemnly.
didn't we?
We did, and Wraith like hikes her second backpack, her side satchel up higher.
Nice.
Well, I guess we're on the road then.
Wow, yeah, that's crazy. You sent your stuff off. You've agreed to tie your name to Asta Blackwood's forever, at least in the academic world. And as you said, that
People get armied and
yeah,
be
that's true.
wiped out of
That's true.
existence.
Like,
Yeah.
Here's hoping. But yeah, you sent that off feeling a little bit sick about it. But with the backing of your friends behind you, and having not taken the spiteful path. So you all head out. It is the break of dawn. You've had to like put stuff in like the overnight box at the post office. You couldn't go in and send it. And you head out of town, heading north. What's the situation for who's driving the carriage? Is anyone doing anything particular? Is anyone keeping watch? Who's got the map? What's going on?
I realized the other day that the twins, unless Wrath knows something that Wraith don't, probably have zero idea of how to ride a horse or direct a horse
Huge.
or any
I
of
think
that.
Raph does. I imagine he
Thinking
would have.
the other day, do people know how to ride horses? That's so funny.
Wraith don't.
In my head, Raph did, but we never talked about it.
Right, do they have horses now? Don't know.
They probably got some
Our
fucked up.
dad must have had, like, horses or mounts of some kind.
Probably did. Absolutely did.
Yeah,
Right,
that's
so
why I thought
just
Wrath
if
would
you
know.
think that your character would have learned.
Wrath would have, come on.
There's horses in an entire world of hell, but yeah, if you think that
He knows how to ride, Steph, come on. Wraith would. Oh, maybe she wasn't allowed to because of certain things. Yeah. Now it's sad again.
Wraith climbs in the back of the carriage.
Oh.
She could learn to ride these ghostly horses.
She looks them up and down. These big. I'm imagining like Clydesdales that are green and somewhat see-through.
I feel like not as big as that, I don't think. But bigger than. Are they bigger than your average horse? They're not skinny. Like, let's just say that. Yeah, they're not.
Chunky boys.
They're not show ponies. Yeah, they're chunky boys, but I don't think they're as big as the word you said, Clydesdale.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, there. But I think. Well, I don't know. Let's roll a temperament check for the horses.
Let them be ourselves, please God.
Who wants to roll for the horses? We'll do two, one for each. There's 2 horses, right? What are they called?
Yeah.
Like Sage and Jasmine or something like that?
It was Jade and Emerald.
Jade and Emerald, completely wrong.
Sage and Jasmine is not that far off.
Yeah, who wants to roll for the temperament of the horses? Yeah, we've got one for
Oh, but
April.
then I'll have a go.
Nice. I want them to be ourselves, like just
Yeah.
He summoned them, so I'm sure they're going to be really nice boys, just
I
like
love
him.
it. I love it. So who's rolling for Jade or whatever? Who's rolling for Emerald?
I think April's rolled for Jade because
okay.
she's just rolled first.
Okay.
Natural 20!
Okay, wow, nice.
I wanted it to be low.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, let's just do like straight luck check then. So we've got someone needs to be making notes on the horse's temperaments. I've already forgotten their names.
Got
Jade
it. Jade
is a nat 20. Jade is a perfect horse. She's, I think, very like motherly horse coded. Giving I've been doing this for years, probably approaching retirement. She's probably like a little bit slow and dozy, but not slow when you're moving, just sort of when you stop. She's very like the sort of, actually could work in race favor, the sort of horse that you give a child to learn to ride on, because this horse is never going to throw you. Like, she doesn't spook. She just has these big wise green eyes that she looks at you guys with and regards you guys, and like, yeah, if anyone goes up towards her, she'll like lower her head to like be nuzzled, and little scratch behind the ears. So Jade is very, very, very friendly. What about Emerald?
Oh, that one. Come on.
Yeah,
do it
let's
to
get
him.
the opposites. Get the opposites.
Please.
Okay, let's go. It's an 8.
Okay, an A. I think Emerald then, she's not a nat 1, but she's less than a 10. So I think she's a bit standoffish. I think if she could speak, her bark would be louder than her bite. Like, I think she's very much like, I'm not saying hello to you. I'm gonna like make a fuss every time you try and like connect me to this magical carriage I'm always connected to. Like, I'm gonna like, you know, stomp and I don't know, not hiss, but like at you whenever you try and do anything. But then also I think she spooks a lot. Like, she's scared of everything. Like, at one point, just after you guys set off, there's like the Caldetan flag blowing, not even loads, in the wind, but like it absolutely freaks her out, and luckily you've got Jade to like calm her down, but she's very much like scary horse that actually is just scared of everything. So those are your two girls that you're on the road with, and then what does your carriage like look like? What's the vibe of it? Got a roof, I suppose, but is it like cozy inside?
I think we said before it looks a bit like a bigger handsome, because that's what Toki is used to. But it's got it's very cozy. It's got loads of like blankets and cushions, and it's very homely.
I love that. So Wraith is inside. What's everybody else doing? I'm
riding one of the horses.
I love it. Who do you want to be riding?
The one I rolled a nat 20 on.
Cute, Jade. Yeah, you climb onto Jade. It's very strange. Every now and then the sun will come out quite brightly, and it's like you kind of can't see her. She appears more of like a green mist, like when in direct sunlight, almost like being burnt away by the sun. But then every now and then, like, or more normally than not.
Are they from Shadowfell?
Sorry?
Are they from the Shadowfell? Sorry, are they summoned from the Shadowfell?
Probably, actually, yeah. They're like kind of spectral horses, right? Like they're phantom horses, aren't they? Yeah, so probably like thematically, that probably is where they're coming from. Yeah, and yeah, they yeah, Jade is very chill underneath you. There's sort of like, she's not warm, super warm to touch. Like she's not like chill, deathly cold or anything, just sort of neutral. And like very much is physically there, just has this like ethereal quality about her. Yeah. And just sits there, chill, waiting. Anybody else? How are you sitting in the carriage?
I think Toki's going inside. Toki does not have any experience with horses, does not know how to ride them. I think probably like stroked Jade, who was fine, tried to stroke Emerald, who
Tried to fight him.
Yeah, and he's in the carriage. He's like,
Nice.
I don't know even about this.
Nice, I love it. Luca and Alanis.
I feel like Alanis is probably sitting up front looking at the maps and
Nice.
like directing.
Nice. I like that. And yeah, you've got the map that Toki would have handed you, where this is sort of the moment that you find it. Toki, in his prayers last night, prayed to, I think it was Renske, it might have been Azra. Was it Azra? For just, safe passage. And Azra revealed a sort of, not hidden route, but like off the beaten path shortcut. Is what I'm looking for, through the mountains. That's gonna get you across the border a fair bit quicker. Which is very good and handy. And so that's kind of when you find this you open the maps up, Alanis, just sort of double checking the route that you guys all set, and you see in sort of like red pencil someone's drawn going off of the road, just this entirely new route leading across the border. Right. And Luca, where are you?
I think Luca's also going to sit up the front. He does know what he's doing with horses, and I think when he could get away with it as a kid, he was sitting up front with their carriage driver. So he is going to, while Alanis is being helpful and looking at the map, he is going to look at his tourist guide and see what they can get up to in Rollcourt.
Cute. Oh, I love it. I love it. Yes, I meant to do that today. I got distracted today. But I meant to
No pressure. Cursory glance.
the books. Yes. So yeah, you got your travel guide to Rollcourt. Let's see. You get to a cool page about Rollcourt like architecture that recommends sort of like more like heritage places to go to, like fancy houses and stuff like that, and it's like waxing lyrical. The person that wrote it is obviously a fan of architecture, and yeah, they seem to be a big fan of like specifically North Rollcourt. They say the further north you head, the colder and darker it gets because you're getting further north, but the buildings become like incredibly colorful, like nearly every single building in town painted like pink or yellow or blue or green. Yeah, and there's like little paintings and stuff, and it looks very similar to those like iconic houses you get in like Copenhagen, like sort of along the water, or in cities in Poland that are sort of like grand architecture but very bright colors. So it recommends checking out a few nice houses in that style, some like fancy houses up north. It also talks about the trains, because there's trains in Rollcourt as well. So yeah, that is what you're reading all about.
Lovely, thank you.
But yes, and without further ado, then you guys head off, leaving Alanil behind. So let me just have a quick look at timings. do I still
I
have?
did write down last time that we were going to get to the border about 1 p.m.
Thank you very
if that
much.
is-
That does help. Thank you so much. So we'll flash forward then to 1 p.m. And you have been riding, for about like, I don't know, 5 to 6 hours. Like, it's been quite a while. But you are making very good time. On the way into roll call, you kind of overtake a few kind of like slow moving caravans, like trader caravans. Every now and then you'll get like a backwards glance at you with your like strange spectral carriage, but it doesn't seem like anything too crazy that's like confusing too many people or anything. You as well, well, everyone roll me a, I don't know, it's not quite perception, but I'll say perception check.
Can I opt out? Because I think Wraith in the carriage is nose deep in her diary,
Yeah,
just
like that.
scribbling away.
Of course you can. Nice. Yeah, I think it's not like a hard check at all, really. I think Luca, you're probably the only one that doesn't really like clock it, and it's not really something you don't see. It's just something you don't quite put together. And it's just that you guys have traveled on roads and waterways all through Caldetta. Like you're still in Caldetta, but you definitely would have expected this main road to be a lot busier. It strikes you as odd how quiet it is, and you notice that a lot of the caravans and like people that you're passing, they that are coming like from Rolcor, and you like note some like thick like Rolkan accents, like these are people that have traveled from Rolcor, not just from the border. Like they appear to be they're like accompanied by quite a lot of like armed guards, basically. Like nothing crazy, like sort of the role that you would take, but there's a level of like security that people who have come from Rolcor have as part of their like caravan group. But yeah, aside from that, it's an easy drive, whatever ride. You tell the horses where to go, and they get on with it. Alanis, you're sort of steering the way, but you're on this main road. Nothing too much to remark about. You guys, while you're traveling for these 6 hours, Steph, can we use your cards for the first time?
Absolutely,
For a
we
little
can.
like mini downtime chat. So Steph got these cool cards, where it's like conversation topics for in RPGs, and I'm excited to use them. So I'm not waiting till a campfire. We're doing them now.
Fun.
So
Yay!
yeah. I'll get. Who wants to roll? Who'd like to roll a d6 for me? April, roll a d6 for me.
I feel like the kid in class.
Yeah, I love it. So enthusiastic. It's great. No, that's great. You know what? I'm going to give you a sticker because you're volunteering. What sticker should
Hey!
I'm loving this.
I'm going to give
my best
you...
childhood.
It's a dragon that says marvelous.
Let's go.
I'll give
It's
that
marvelous.
to you.
Right.
Yeah. Oh. And I'll take a picture so you can see. It's stuck to your little face.
I very much appreciate it.
Of course.
I love some stickers.
Smile for your picture. Yay. You can't quite see the sticker. It's too bright.
Okay, so there are 6 genres to the cards, basically, or like question topics. I'll pull from the bottom of each pile so I don't see the top questions until we want them. Even though it doesn't matter, but still. The topics are your dreams, your world, hypotheticals, your past, your present, and your companions.
Oh, conversation starters. So I roll the 1.
So what was the first one you said, Steph?
Your dreams.
I know when you said that, I was like, oh, this is the worst one for Ref.
Yeah, okay. If you had to open a business, what would you want it to be? Why? And what strengths do you have that would ensure your success?
Right.
So to set the scene, we're on the road. You guys have
Yeah.
maybe like stopped for lunch. You've pulled up to the side of the road. Someone, maybe Toki, is making everyone sandwiches. And yeah, it's sort of like there's a quiet moment. And then what prompts Wraith to ask this?
Wraith is thinking of her shopping day that she had while everyone was at the library. So she wandered around, she saw a lot of shops, she did a lot of mooching, she bought general supplies, food, restocked her wares, she's got like a little mini sewing kit so that she can repair things, and restocked her jewelry maker stuff and all sorts of bits and bobs. So that's why Wraith was not in the library with you. So she was just thinking about all the little businesses that we travelled around. So she's asking, if you had to open a business, what would you want it to be? Why? And why do you think what strengths do you have that would ensure your success?
Very good.
I would open a dance academy.
Ooh, you'd be good at that.
That's nice. Why?
Because it's one thing I miss, and I wish when I was little that I could have learnt it just for the joy of it.
Oh.
You could teach for the joy of it.
Exactly. And people would listen to what I say and do what I tell them. I mean, it's a win-win.
Of course.
That's what teaching is, isn't it? Isn't it telling people what to do and they just do it?
Yes, definitely in my experience, that is how it goes. I don't know. My first thought was a restaurant, but I feel like that's just my family's. You know, if I wanted to work in a restaurant, I could very easily go home and work in a restaurant.
Flitzen's University. Flitzen's Academy.
Toki opens
I
a
feel
one-man university.
Yeah. A bookshop.
I feel like maybe a tutoring service. I really liked tutoring the children over our stay in Alarnil. And I think I'd be good at it. I mean, I've got the teaching experience, but I don't know.
I mean, you haven't taught me Dwarvish in weeks, so our tutoring schedule's off
I was
track.
going to in the carriage, and you were just head buried in your diary.
Well, I had other people to talk to.
Get your husband to teach you Dwarvish if you care that much.
No, probably. I don't know if he does know Dwarvish. I'll ask him.
You should ask it.
I will. Brother,
So sorry, the question is dream like company or career?
if you had to open a business, what would you want it to be?
Sister, I've already opened the business.
Well, that's
That
why I
can
didn't
help.
want this question, and I knew what you were going to answer already.
Hey, it's my bar, baby.
Why a
Seven
bar?
Sins. I mean, it's alcohol, it's dancing, it's a good time. It's free of inhibitions, you know. You can just be who you truly are.
And why do you think you bring a strength other than your massive libido?
I mean, my bar is about the 7 sins, and you know I am quite sinful. I don't know. Jeff and me make a good team. He handles the finances and the organizational. I handle the good times, you know.
Fenrir handles the heavy petting.
Indeed. And he does take part in the occasional choreographed dance number, but he wouldn't admit to that.
Is
I know.
Fenrir still a fish in a jar, or is he still a vulture?
Technically fight familiar, I think, times out after an hour. But we've been talking about it like
yeah.
Fish in a jar.
I think he's the vulture.
Go
Actually, I think he's
vulture.
still on the job. He's not with you, actually. Yeah, because he spent a week.
Doing it.
Yeah.
So you're not seeing Fenrir for about 9 months real time?
Yeah.
Because
Wait,
Fenrir's
why?
got...
No,
Why is he
we don't have
gone?
to stick to it.
I'm
It's because
joking.
when we were talking about the star and you sent Fenrir to like bust the journalist, I was like, it takes Fenrir stalks him for like a
Oh,
week,
true.
but like you can call him back and stuff, obviously. But that's what
Well,
he's
he's got gold. He could pay people to like do his naughty work for
a
him.
vulture just hopping up to someone like
Here's a gold.
in Infernal.
He's got 20, bro.
Yeah.
He's richer than me.
Yeah. I love it. Excellent.
You know, I could also see myself like opening up a beach bar with like some pina coladas and drinking coconuts. I fucking
What,
vibe
on the
with that,
River
you know.
Styx?
No, not I mean, what, with the souls in the background? No, that'd be fucking. You know, maybe here or the.
Beach in Sintanto, and you didn't want to.
Yeah, it was just bad weather that day. That took me left field. You know, I just wasn't feeling going to the beach that day. It is what it is.
I suppose we did have a good time regardless.
We did, Tucker. You taught me a lot, you know. I'll take you to the beach next time.
So anyway, where's this beach bar gonna be?
There's a beach in the Feywild that I like.
On the coast of the big lake?
Yes, that's the answer.
Yes. That's like, my geography of the Feywild is not very good. Depends on a couple beaches. Maybe.
Brad can stop it. My geography is not very good.
I mean, Feywild geography is notoriously confusing.
Oh yeah, it's because it's like somewhere where you are, it's like the same time of day or the same season constantly.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good. I like that.
Yeah,
You like
so
that, sister? Like you could be in like one climate that you like forever. It's good.
Warm.
Have you ever
Make
been to the Feywild, sister? I don't think you have.
No.
No.
Here and home.
Jeff's been. He rated it too.
Haven't even been to my official court, my new one.
Damn. Do you want me to send this through a message?
I've been speaking to him in the carriage ride, don't worry about it. I mean, by all means.
I'm thinking what I would say.
While you think Wraith will turn to Luca. What kind of business would you want, Luca? A winery?
No, I don't think I even know how to run a winery. I was thinking about maybe a dance thing, and then you said a dance thing.
We
So I'm
can
gonna
both do
Join!
the dance thing.
Yeah, I gave up. I always liked to do ballet, but I got pulled out of it when I was quite young. So maybe
You
I
can
should.
run the ballet section, and I can run the Hell Tango section.
I can teach
Do
you
a choice.
ballet, and you can
I-
teach me the hell tango.
I'm
Aw.
all for this.
How is Hell Tango different to Tango?
It's
a
just
bit
different.
sexier.
Yeah.
Just imagine that you're on
Like
fire.
tango, but in hell.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's sort of like if you think of like Victorian balls where they do like group dancing, that version of tango in hell where more touching was
Oh,
allowed.
let's go.
It's like
There's a
courtly
lot
tango.
going on in hell
Yeah.
tango.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Courtly tango.
Yeah.
Alanis, if you were to settle down, or a traveling business.
Traveling business is a lot of hassle. Feel like I would also teach, but I would teach like gymnastics.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's
That's
fun.
We've got like an athletics department here.
We've got a school.
Dance? Yeah.
We've got a school basically.
A school with a bar attached.
Yeah.
With the bar, yeah.
It's for the
The
adults.
common room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The staff
And
room
these
is
are
a
the
wild
parents while they're
time.
waiting.
Wrath works in the cafeteria.
Dinner lady.
Yes.
We were all just so inspired by Toki's tutoring gig back in Alano.
Clearly.
Toki's like, this thing was good. And everyone's like, yeah, that thing sounded good.
Yeah, that's the only job that we all know about, actually.
Yeah, teaching.
None of us have had a job.
Luca's like racking his brains like,
Yeah, I had a job.
job.
I had office admin.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, true.
Alanis has had a job.
How
What
we
was
still
that?
have any money left because I worked
Yeah.
for like 6
You and
weeks.
Toki just bankrolling the party. Yeah, I love that you did the office admin. I'd forgotten about that. That was great. That was so good. But like, very transferable skill for Alanis. Like,
Yeah.
if this adventuring shit don't work out, she's got that to fall back on for sure. I love it. Thank you for the cards, Steph. I enjoy them. They're very fun.
Anytime. I'll leave
that
them
was
out because I'm sure we'll come back to them.
Okay. But yeah, okay. So you were playing this about an hour ago. And then you get back in your little carriage. What's they called? Emerald tries to eat one of the cards. They're not real cards, I suppose. Tries to eat one of the sandwiches that you're making, but don't let her. And you roll up to the Caldetan border. Now, this isn't like a formal border. There's no like checks or anything, but it's more that it has formed a sort of like pit stop kind of town. It's like a service station essentially, and on the map, like you can see it, it's just marked as Caldetta Rolcor border, as like the name of the town that it would be. No one really lives here. As you go through, you see there's sort of like a boarding house, a campsite. There's a kind of tavern that more looks to just be sort of an honor system, bring your own booze sort of thing, and people are sitting around telling stories. It's almost like traveling through kind of like a campsite, and you sense that the vibe of this place changes depending on who is here. Like, say if like a circus troupe rolled through, oh crazy, everyone get to the Caldetta Rolcor border. If it's like a really rainy summer, no one's going on holiday, so it's like quite, I don't know, chill. The only people that look like they are permanent here are a couple of like guards, and it's explicitly not giving border security, but people that are there to sort of like maintain some level of peace, and they are doing like, you know, checks to like carriages and things going through, but I mean, who here has like traveled across borders? Like, everyone here's traveled, but have people done rifts and stuff? Yeah, so yeah, I know. Yeah, Steph, you would have. Alanis, you probably would have. But you're probably a child, but when like your family were doing it, old school,
Yeah,
not rift jumping.
old school we would have done.
Mm.
More recently, we just go by riffs everywhere because
Yeah.
it's easier.
Yes, I think you don't like super remember. What were you saying, Chloe? Did I interrupt you?
Also, I don't know like how much of it would have been like official border crossings and how much of it would have just been
true.
like, oh, we crossed over this mountain range into one
100%.
country.
Actually, I think yeah, no, you're right. Actually, I think you're super right there. Like, probably a few times you might have crossed the border, but like, you're right. It would have been like hopping back and forth. Now I'm in Rolcor. Now I'm in Caldetta because I've passed this rock. But yeah. Yes, Chloe, were you saying something?
I was gonna say, I think Tuggy has going from Basmore to Rashim, but actually Klango and Sintanto are quite far apart, so he potentially would have just taken Rift.
Yeah. And then, Luca, what would your experience be? Any family holidays where you didn't rift it?
We consult the map. I don't know that he's ventured beyond Petrain. I think that's if I had two paranoid and dodgy parents, I think I've been
Family
maybe all
holidays,
over
yeah.
Petrain, possibly to a couple of the islands, but it wouldn't surprise me if Luca has not crossed a border, other than when he smuggled himself into Caldetta.
Yes, that just occurred to me as well. When you Huevedra, have I made that up? Huevedra, is that the name of the port town?
Yeah.
Nice. Pulled that out of nowhere. Yeah, I think actually then regards to what I'm kind of about to mention, I think Wraith, you probably paid quite close attention to the border stuff with the Stodromo. Not because you were hiding, but because like the role you played with the Stodromo was like quite an official, like a bit of an Alanis admin sort of role.
Yeah, helping.
So I think you were helping. You were like, there weren't any like, you know, passports or anything you had to sort of try and, I don't know, figure out. But you know, you were sort of listing who everyone is, where you were going, and then Luca, as you were like as Harvey Abril crossing from like the sea into Huevedra, that was this like port town. And so there were a lot of like strict kind of like, I don't know, customs style thing. But I think for you it was quite easy to sneak in because you were with like massive ships and one person can go quite easily unnoticed. Wraith, you are sort of, you roll up sort of expecting a degree of formality, but it strikes you how, I guess, informal this border crossing like is. It just seems like very chill, I suppose. It seems like yeah, when you get there, like the two guards, one appears to be sort of I don't know, like 21-ish years old, like start-ish of his career, probably building up to something. The other is like days away from retirement. And yeah, this kind of like funny pair. And one's from Rocor, one's from Caldetta. They both have a presence here. As you guys kind of roll up to the official border, the young one kind of stops you and is like, good afternoon. Crossing over into Rocor, yes?
Yes.
Fantastic. Great. And kind of gives a look, peeks into your carriage, but like, do you think it has doors or is it open at the front?
I think it's probably got doors.
Yeah.
I think it was. I also think it's slightly see-through though.
Slightly nice. I like that. Yeah.
You voyeuristic son of a gun.
That's funny. He kind of looks up and kind of like goes to peer through the glass and sort of realizes he can just peer straight through the door and kind of goes like to Alanis, who's kind of speaking more to at the top, up at the front, and it's like, oh, funny carriage you've got here. Don't see many like this. Interesting one.
Yeah, it's Ockies.
Kind of looks, I think he doesn't understand who you're pointing to, even though like you're pointing, no, he like sees that you're pointing to Toki because it's see-through, and I think is a bit like,
I think Toki was reading a book and is like,
nice, yeah. He's like, I like your carriage is interesting. It doesn't matter. Enjoy your book. Okay, well, welcome to Rocor. Enjoy your time, and then just sees you through, and there's no like, what is your like business here, how many of you are crossing, noting the date and time of your crossing, literally just waving you through in a very chill manner. But now you've done that, you're sort of in this now you're in this Caldetta Rocor border town that is in this sort of like no man's land in the sort of, I don't know, like 500-meter strip before you enter the town, enter Rocor. And you see there are quite a few people here, like, I don't know if anyone particularly has come this way before. Wrath and Wraith, you may have, with, like, when you were travelling. You did not. So...
One of the few we did.
Nice.
Maybe the only.
Yeah, I think it might be the only.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't know if this is like busy or quiet for normal, but there appear to be quite a lot of people stopped here. And as you well, who's outside? So is it just Wrath and Alanis that at the moment that are outside the carriage?
Luca is also up front.
Are you? Yes. Oh yeah, of course you are. You're watching the horses. Yeah, you three roll me a perception check.
I think Wraith just leaned out the window and leaned back through the window.
Yeah, was like, huh?
he went back to his book.
Yeah. What book's he reading?
What has he got on the go at the minute? Maybe he's doing his cursive. Maybe he's going back.
Oh no.
Perfect place to practice it on the bumpy road.
Yeah.
Your ass has gone wonky.
This is supposed to be.
Yeah.
I love it. So 16.
Say it in
19,
Dwarvish badly.
yeah, nice. It took us at
Correct you a little bit more harshly than is probably necessary.
But yeah, you two are bickering in the back. I think you probably all overhear this. It's not like a particular secret or anything. But as you are sort of making your way through, are you planning on stopping in this little 500-meter strip of town, or are you just carrying on going before I narrate exactly what you're doing?
How long do we have left on the carriage? It doesn't last forever.
It's
4 hours.
I think the way it's written, it's like it's about to run out, and you can be like extend.
Reset.
Yeah.
Oh.
And if it's not, then I'm happy for it to be like that.
At lunch, it disappeared. Toki
Yes.
summons it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, give the horses a rest.
Yeah, I'm happy for you to be like, oh, it's running out. Let's just stand by the side of the road and do some stretches for a minute, and then get back in.
We ask each other a question.
Because it's not like once a day, is it, right? It says in the thing, it's just at will or something.
Me find it. I think it's at will. I will
Yeah.
double check.
Nice. We'll go for it will at the moment. But yeah, with that knowledge, what are you doing? Are you stopping or going through?
Wraith votes go through, but I don't mind stopping.
Show of hands.
I also wrote both through it.
Yeah, we go.
It's just a bit.
I think we got a deadline.
Nice. Yeah. Cool. So in that case, as you are like continuing down the road, not really stopping, you barely come to a stop for that check. The guy was like walking along beside you as he was talking to you. But as you continue down the road, you see that there's like a little bit of a hold up. There's a carriage sort of stopped. I suppose it's not a carriage, it's more of like a caravan, but it's only small. It looks to be, once you kind of get a look at them, it's sort of like a young couple. It seems honestly like maybe they've just bought a caravan and they're traveling with it. They're sort of stopped in the middle of the road, and you're a little bit like, Alliance, you're like, do I try and overtake them? Like, what's going on? There's no one behind me, so there's no rush, but what's happening? And just as you're like maybe about to get down and go and talk to them, you see they actually somehow they do like a 3-point turn with their horse in the caravan, and they start pulling off to one side, and you see that they'd been talking to some mercenary type adventurer traveler people, like not mercenaries in the sense that like they're hired hitmen, but more like adventurers, like kind of like you guys, people wearing kind of like secondhand armor, look a bit dinged up, like scars on their faces, but you see there's a few people that are like, there's one that's like obviously a bard, has like an instrument over his back, and then yeah, like your classic soldier cleric type party. You see that this young couple had actually been talking to them, and this party end up following them over to the side of the road, and as you're walking, the perception check, you overhear one of the party members saying to the couple something along the lines of, yeah, it's much better waiting here, you're only just going to be stuck when you get down there, it's best for it to blow over, and more comfortable here, more places to stay. And you hear the young couple kind of thank them as they kind of look to pitch up a tent, and the adventuring party kind of like head towards the tavern for the day. And yeah, do you keep heading on?
I'm going to say Wraith in the carriage, so probably didn't overhear it.
No, you wouldn't have heard that.
Yeah.
Just the 3 outside.
Well, we gotta go that way anyway. We can always see if we can
Yeah,
deal with
can we pull up next to the couple just for a
Yeah.
second?
Yeah, of course you can. As you pull up, you see that like they kind of caught sight of you, and the woman was trying to be like to her like partner, was trying to be like, look, there's a funny carriage, and the partner was like, where? And she was like, right there. And he was like, where? And then she was like, they're fucking standing next to us, don't look, don't be too obvious. And then she was like, hi, good afternoon, yeah, everything all right? A funny carriage.
Oh, thank you. It's magical. Sorry to bother you. What did those guys say? Something about waiting here?
Oh yeah, so apparently there's like some sort of block on the road, like one town up. It's like the official sort of border town, gets you down the mountains and into Roquefort, and there's they didn't quite say what. They said they headed over there to try and get into Roquefort, and they're like not letting people down the mountain or something like that. Something along those lines. And so they're kind of like, they heard while they were in the town that some people were like trying to sort it or something, and so they're gonna just stay here because there's more people and it's a bit cheaper. They said, nice views. They said it's not a super cheery town, so yeah, they thought, they just told us to stay here as well.
Okay, thank you.
Cool.
We have to go though, I think. And turn to Ratchet and be like, we have to go.
Aye.
Bubble.
Yeah. I think we've got to make our deadline anyway, haven't we? We'll just deal with it when we get there.
I'm sure nothing will go wrong.
Nothing
Thank
can
you for the
possibly go wrong.
advice.
Okay, goodbye. I like your magical carriage. Okay, bye. And yeah, you leave them in the background as you trot on. Yeah, as you do, you look on your map and you see sort of a place that you're heading to that you're probably going to get to around just as it gets to nighttime, is a little town called Pesvalva. And you sort of work out just from looking at the map and sort of places in the region that that's probably the town that they were talking about. And Luca, make me a investigation check.
Ooh, sure thing. What's my investigation? Let's use a different dice. A better dice, hopefully. Oh, hell yeah. 19.
19, excellent. So as like, I was gonna say Izzy, Alanis, completely forgot your name. You are sort of looking through like the maps, and you're saying out loud, you're kind of like, oh, it's probably Pesvalva they're talking about, but like we're not getting there till like nightfall, so maybe things will be cleared, or we can just find somewhere to sleep and things will be right in the morning. As you're saying this, Luca, you're flicking through your guide to Roquefort, and you come across the page for Pesvalva, which is here. So you, yeah, I mean, I can read it out if you want, or you guys can just read it. What do you want me to do?
Happy to read it.
Yeah. But yeah, you get a little bit of information about Pesvalva.
Reminds me of southern France.
That's where a lot of the pictures are from.
Ooh, 5,000 feet of mountain.
Yeah.
I had to do some Googling. I was like, how tall is a mountain?
Isn't Everest like
I
12,000?
don't know. I don't remember enough from my research.
I think it is. So they're like sizable mountains.
Yeah. I think I was looking along my favourite piece of nature, I forgot what it's called in real life. What's the Lefari Transcontinental Pathway based on again? She walked it in Wild. I've forgotten it. PCT,
Oh, you've said
Pacific
this,
Crest Trail.
yes.
Pacific Crest Trail that goes from like Mexico to top of like the Canada border. Anyway, I was looking at like Reno and like some of the cities around there to see what the altitude was for like where could you live but also live on a mountain. That's what I was doing. I also wrote this. I don't know when I wrote this. I have no memory of writing it. I have memory of creating it, and then I went to write it a few days ago and I was like, oh shit, I did it. So
Is it?
Yeah, I was like, who wrote this? So it was quite fun to learn. I was like, look at this, Desus and Majos. Yeah, I saw that. But yes, so Luca, I should have got you to read this out in your lovely Italian accent. You flip your page open, and you learn a little bit about the town that you're heading towards. You keep heading on, and Alanis, you note that you're getting towards that place on your map where you're going to save a little bit of time, and you actually sort of work out that you could probably actually end up saving like half a day's travel. So instead of arriving in Pesvalva at like, I don't know, 9 p.m, you could probably get there in like 3 hours. You don't quite know exactly what it's going to look like, but it's a special route from Azra, so you're kind of confident in it. And you realize that you're sort of getting to that area of the map. And as you do, just roll me a survival check quickly, Alanis, just to see if you can exactly pinpoint it.
17.
Nice. Yeah, you kind of got your eyes peeled using sort of like mountain elevations as like landmarks and guidance, and you see this old route that goes off of the main road that you're traveling, and you're still traveling with a few people, like again not many, not what you'd expect on this road, or less than what you'd expect on this road, but you find this, it looks like an old, I don't know, trade route that's since been like overgrown and maybe was forgotten since you got this like official path through the mountains. And you kind of take a look at it and it's a little bit overgrown, but once you kind of get past the kind of initial kind of, I don't know, brush and sort of low-hanging trees, it opens up into something that looks like, you'd almost imagine this was like a fairly well-used route, like not by like loads and loads of people, but with your survival check, like people maybe have traveled this recently. It doesn't look like kind of a weird dodgy shortcut or anything, and so yeah, if you're happy to, you were able to travel down this little trade road.
Yeah, I'll direct Wrath down the little route away
Nice.
from the crowd.
Nice. Yeah, you jump through, and yeah, like I say, it's a bit tangled. Wrath, you have to sort of like press close down to Jade. Emerald gets a bit skitterish about like a low-hanging branch like brushes her, and she freaks the fuck out and nearly like pulls you guys off the road. And like the two of you in the carriage that had just been like reading and journaling and occasionally speaking in half-broken Dwarvish look up as like a cup of tea that you were drinking nearly gets spilled, and Luca, you almost go flying off the front of the carriage. But it's fine. Jade has it under control. She kind of like nips at Emerald, gets her in line, and you head on down this little road. And this road, you see, it probably was like abandoned, I suppose, because it gets narrow-ish in places. It also gets quite close to the cliff's edge, and so as you are traveling down, you down it. There are some places where I think you're probably thankful that these horses aren't actual genuine horses, and your carriage probably isn't as heavy as an actual carriage is. There are a few moments where it might be simpler for you to like put the horses away for a little bit and just walk single file down this quite narrow path on the edge of a cliff and then summon them back up again. And it's while you're kind of going along one of these sort of semi-narrow passages, and it's, I'll say, about 2 p.m, you're maybe like an hour out of Pasvalva at your estimations. Can anyone who thinks they would be paying attention to the scenery roll me a perception check, please? I feel like we've not played like travel D&D for so long. I'm like, am I doing this right? I feel like I'm just talking
You are.
at you.
No, it's
Being
good.
like,
It's good.
roll a dice.
It is good. Ray's not paying attention. She's
Nice.
trying to bicker with Toki in Dwarvish and is missing every second or third word. And she's like,
That's so funny.
And so I think Tuggy is also not paying attention.
I love it. I love it. So Wrath, Luca, and Alanis, right? 18, 23, and 13. Cool. I think Wrath and Luca. Alanis, you maybe don't notice this. But Wrath and Luca, as you guys kind of get over this kind of narrow stretch of path, you see that there are two birds circling, maybe like 100, 200 meters ahead of you, and it looks like your path is going to take you near them and past them. And I think Luca, with a slightly higher roll, you identify them as some sort of like carrion bird, like maybe a vulture that lives in these mountains, a Rolkan vulture, yeah, they just appear to be circling something. Every now and then you'll hear like a sharp cry and one of them will dive, and then it'll just be one that's circling, and then the other one will dive, and you'll hear, Luca, you hear this definitely, like birds crying as if they're sort of fighting over something, and then they'll both fly up and be circling again.
I'm gonna, very carefully nudge whoever's closest to me, and point it out and say, I think something might be dead or dying over there.
How far away is it, sorry?
200 meters max. You can't see it. It's sort of round like a bend through some trees, but the birds are quite close. I mean,
Do you want me to go scout it from height?
If it's safe for you too.
I mean, what the bird's gonna do to me.
No, I just meant the narrow path, if you're able to take off.
Yeah, sure. Look after the horses for me. And Wrath just boom. Goes
I hear that announcement and I'm like,
what?
flick the curtain of the window back.
I think the carriage's probably down. I think this is when you're walking single file.
Okay.
Yeah, the horses are in Tucky's ring at the moment. But yeah, Wrath, you like throw yourself off the edge of the cliff and you fly up. Give me just an athletics check, just to see how well you're flying, because I think all the other times you've really flown in campaign, it's been like chill, but now you're like a mountain's edge. So how did you do?
Nah, 20.
Yes, you're like literally fine. It's like you at first you set off and you're like buffeted by wings and wind, and instead of it being like kind of scary, like oh my god, I'm gonna get thrown into one of these cliffs, I think the wild streak that isn't a streak, it's just your personality, just takes hold, and you let out like a yell of joy as you just like allow yourself, you're not even flying, you're just like gliding, and you just absolutely are in like your absolute element here. Like, I mean, when was the last time you kind of flew for fun?
Not in a while, because I think most of the flying recently has been like crisis management.
Yeah. I think that's what you get.
Probably the last time I took Toki on a flight.
Oh, that was for fun for sure. Yeah, and you're like reminded of that time flying across in Tanto.
Like a bird.
And now as you soar above your party, you see them all looking up at you. And yeah, you get to the height of these two vultures. What are you doing? They're kind of circling at the moment, and let's in D&D terms call them like 100 feet away.
So I just kind of like slowly approached where they are, whilst like looking exactly down to where they're circling.
Yeah.
And trying to suss out what that is.
Yeah. With approaching slowly, are you being like stealthy? Like, what's your sort of?
I mean, I'm a humanoid approaching in the air. They're gonna see me. I'm just trying not to be threatening. I'm you can fly there, mate. I'll fly here.
Yeah,
Come.
It's chill, dude. Roll me an animal handling check.
Oh, this is gonna go bad. Okay, 14 plus 2, 16.
Okay, nice. Okay, cool. But yeah, and as you kind of approach them kind of warily, they do see you. One lets out a cry and you kind of back up a little bit. You're like, I don't need to be super close to them, just want to see what they're seeing. And then once you do that, they kind of go back. They're like, you see they're biting at each other and then circling and then biting each other. One tries to dive down, and as one tries to dive down, the other one bites it. But you follow the trajectory of where it would have been going, and you see this like flat, open plateau, I suppose. It almost looks like an ideal spot for like a rest stop, in that it's like just ever so slightly off of your road, past some trees that could be used as cover, and then you're like open to the cliff, so like a nice view. And you see they're trying to dive down there to this sort of like, I don't know, 60 by 60 foot area. Roll me from this height, because I'd say you're quite high up. Roll me a perception or investigation check just to see what you're seeing.
Investigation's far better. 30! I rolled a 19 and I have a plus 11.
Fuck, man. I do think sometimes I'm like, you guys, skill check wise, crazy for your level.
We're very
My
good at
father
specific
investigation.
things.
You
Yeah.
are.
We've
And
got
you start
our
asking,
separate areas.
yeah, you start
Yeah,
asking for like crazy off the wall shit. Like always ask for animal handling and
Except
survival, apart from
athletics
alliance.
and acrobatics.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not. You guys don't love those. But then like people are really dexy. So like your acrobatics
Yeah.
is like +5 anyway.
You're 2 rogues, yeah.
Yeah, athletics though.
No, that's the one thing that I'll just throw at you guys, and then be like intimidation. But yes, so 30. That's good, man. On a 30, you looked. Did I even write notes? I think it's just all in my head. I know what you see. You look down and you see. I didn't. 2 bodies, humanoid, with some kind of tent set up. You didn't notice the tent at first because it is completely destroyed. There's what you would have taken to be branches of tent poles strewn around, bits of fabric hung off of trees. I'd say even from this distance, you can't see exactly the nature of the destruction, but this is like tent that has been destroyed. And then, yeah, more importantly, 2 bodies. Just... Again, you can't see quite from the distance, even with a 30.
Yeah.
But these look like they were mauled to death. Like this looks like some sort of like animal attack rather than human. Like these guys weren't attacked by bandits, they were attacked by something wild. That's definitely the thing that you get.
Can I suss how long ago?
You'd have to get closer.
Yeah,
to
understandable.
Sorry.
Sorry.
No, don't apologize. It's a very, very good question. I just want to say notes before I say something wrong.
Am I like 200 feet above right now? Or 100?
Let's call it 100. Yeah. Without me googling the like height at which vultures suckle their dinner. Yeah,
I have no idea.
I'm really trying to remember where I wrote this down, but I think we're gonna have to make it up, and if I get it wrong, you guys are gonna have to forgive me. So
we don't know it's wrong.
Well, yeah, you see these 2 bodies, and I'm really trying to remember what happened.
It's fine. If you change the name, just blame it on Raph.
No,
Raph misremembered it.
You notice that one of them, they're not skeletons, so even from quite they're not skeletons, so even from quite far away, you're like, okay, these guys haven't been here for like 100 years. On one of their wrists is a brightly coloured bracelet.
Ooh. Raph was gonna head back, and now he's like, shiny.
It's brightly coloured, not in a metallic way, in a way where you remember the bracelets that some of your party members are wearing.
Bracelets.
The friendship bracelets.
No! Oh no! Oh, this is a friend. Okay. Is there any other movement in the vicinity, or like this is just...
No, just the vultures and those bodies that aren't moving.
Do I recognize who it is?
I'm gonna say no, but on a 30, you're like, okay, it's not Ismene. Like, it's not the people who are camping next to it. It's not the people that made the bracelets. But you're like, oh, one of them is wearing one of those bracelets. But I think from this distance, you rule out it's someone that you've had like multiple. You might have run into them, maybe like we're not
Cool,
ruling
yeah.
out, but it's not someone that you
Mhm.
like first name basis with, sort of thing.
Cool, yeah. I shall fly back to my pals. Fly like a bird. Who's slightly depressed now because there's dead people.
I think right as Wrath had gone to launch, Wraith would have ripped her rings out. Wings, not rings.
Rip the rings off.
Whip the rings out.
Get it off.
Fuck that engagement, right?
Chuck it over.
Still.
I know.
Just I'm getting a divorce.
Roll call just broke whatever stuck it on your
Yeah.
finger.
Whipped out those wings and went like be ready, but then saw you like take the
Nice.
uplift and shoot off, and
Yeah.
it's like he's the stronger flyer anyway.
Cute.
No, don't say that about yourself.
Well, you are. Had a lot more practice.
True, that's true, No. Wrath is doing like spins on his way down. He's stunting a bit now.
Show off.
Bam. You land.
Right here. Baboof. So bad news. There's 2 bodies ahead that those vultures are circulating. And I think it's not no one we closely know or have met. But one of them has our little bracelets on. So they have come from where we have just left. And it looks like they've been mauled to death, so there's nothing in the vicinity right now. Should we approach? I think we should.
Awful. Yeah, I think we should try and see who they are and get word to someone.
I can figure out how they died. But yes, we should do that.
Does it seem like whatever mauled them is still there?
No, looks like it's left. And I mean, if the vultures are circulating, then it's probably been some time.
Well, everyone just be on your guard. I only have 1 scroll of Revivify left.
Okay.
I've still got one. Do I? Yes. Yes, I've got one.
Have 2 scrolls of Revivify left, so max 2 people can die.
Let's have no one die.
Only 2 people can
How
get
far
mauled.
away is it? Like for us walking?
Let me Google.
You can always do a fly ferry.
It is 650 feet away.
Jesus.
Down a steep mountain?
No,
Or...
no. It's on level with you guys. Like you guys would have, if you'd carried on your little walk and you hadn't seen the vultures, you would have come within like 40 feet of them and just carried on your merry way, not being able to see through the trees to where they are.
Well, we'll guess we're passing nearby anyway.
Yeah, we should check it out.
Cool, good stuff. And so yeah, you guys keep walking, and yeah, like not a dangerous path. It kind of gets to a point when the path widens out a little bit again, and so like you probably would have stopped here for a second to just like get your horses back out. But yeah, you arrived the other side of this like, I don't know, just like little natural tree barrier that separates the cliff's edge from where the path starts to go a little bit back more into like safety, I suppose, as compared to like being on the edge of a cliff. And yeah, the vultures, everyone roll me like a group animal handling check.
This can't be like the crabs again.
No.
I got a 5.
I got a 5 too. High five.
Oh yeah.
I like how Raph pulls out for the second time. He's like, fuck this shit. I don't fuck with them anymore. Pissed me off.
Nice. Okay, so 16, 17, 15, 5, 5, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. So I'd say the average is like, without looking up, it's sort of like 11ish. And I think as you draw closer and like knowing that the bodies are just on the other side of this tree, one of the vultures that had just started diving down lets out a massive like squawk of, you don't need to be able to talk to animals to tell that was like a warning. Like they're not going for you, but they see you now as someone who's trying to like invade their territory, I suppose. They're like, this is our find, not yours. And they're trying to sort of scare you off or warn you away. They're not trying to like attack you. You very much could just carry on. But as you kind of point to the trees and kind of look to go through them, that is what happens.
Can Wraith take out a bit of jerky from her pack and throw it up using her excellent athletics?
Yeah, I was gonna ask for athletics, please.
I'm gonna throw it sort of up / in the opposite direction of the bodies a little bit.
Nice.
Be like, oh, that way.
Yeah, I love it. Come on, you can do it, right?
My guidance her.
Yeah.
Come on, Wraith. Let's go. It's gonna hit one of us, I guarantee it.
Yeah, it lands in like Luca's hair.
Okay, let's do guidance first. It's +0, so guidance is 1.
Okay, yeah, +1.
While Stefan's rolling, I have to head, I'm afraid, guys.
That's all right, mate. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
I will see you guys next week. Have a good week, guys.
Bye, you too, mate.
Bye. Bye.
My 17 + 1 is an 18.
Oh, huge,
Good.
huge. Yeah, like
Thinking of her knives, should they throw through the air?
yes, I love that. Yeah, you like lob it, thinking of your knives. The last second, you put a bit of like a flick of it, and yeah, this piece of like hardtack jerky goes flying off in the other direction. And I'll say with that roll, it attracts the attention of one of the vultures, the one that the one that didn't squawk at you. I'll say had sort of been flying down as well, while the other one was distracted with you guys. And that one sees what you've done and flies off in the other direction. I'll say it kind of landed in some trees and rocks, so it's not caught it instantly, like it's distracted and probably will be for a little bit. And I'll say it was like, it wasn't just like pork scratching size type thing. It was like,
it was a fair handful.
Yeah, it was like, a fair bit of gammon that you chucked. Yeah, that's brilliant. Excellent. So one of the vultures is distracted. And yes, what are you guys doing?
The way you threw that meat, sister. That
So impressive.
Knife practice.
fuck it up.
Yeah, don't piss me off. I'll throw jerky at you.
Oh no! Wrath runs away.
Wrath runs towards the angry vulture.
Oh! I guess we have to slowly approach the site.
I'll try throw
Do we
another.
want to go
jerky.
stealthy?
Ooh,
We could stealthy it.
busy.
Under the tree
Cards
line.
about Trace.
Yay!
Look at us.
I've been waiting for an
Party
excuse
now.
to do it.
Yes!
Excellent.
Everyone gets
stuff.
a +10 to their stealth check.
I love it. How does Alanis cast this? Like, how does she use magic and her knowledge of the environment to help her friends be super duper stealthy?
I didn't think this far ahead. I think she just sort of, she's seen a lot of people do this because this is what all the rangers do when they go scouting ahead, but she's never had the confidence to do it before.
Oh.
But she sort of wraps the weave like around her hand a little bit, and it's sort of like shimmering, and then she just like taps everyone on the head, and it's sort of
No, that's so
like a
cute.
shiver goes over them, and they can feel the weave sort of moving around them.
I'm gonna say Wraith bows her head a little bit so that she can reach.
That's so cute.
No.
Oh no. Chris,
Oh yeah, how
it's
tall is
everyone.
Alanis?
Oh yeah, how tall is Alanis?
Alanis-
5'8"?
Like 5'10", I think.
10.
Okay.
Oh, it's not
They're
that
like
different.
6
5'11".
inches taller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack has to low down to get Harvey and Luca and Toki. Cute. I love it. Yeah, you like wrap the weave around yourself, and yeah, you guys feel this like, I feel like Alanis' like magic, her communication to the weave feels very like clean, like stepping out of a muggy forest and breathing in clean air. And with that, you sort of all look at the forest in a slightly different way. Like, you know where not to step for fear of making a loud noise. But also, you also kind of see, like, if you were to misstep, something is like moss coating your steps so that you're not making too much noise. And you kind of, the sound around you seems to muffle, like the roaring of the wind becomes like a little bit softer. You kind of hear in your head like a rushing river fading to like more of a babbling brook. And you kind of follow this weave that Alanis is leading you through. So everyone please roll a stealth check and add your plus 10.
Hey!
This is the highest I've ever rolled on stealth.
Wraith's gonna be invisible in a second.
Oh yeah,
she
you're
now
gonna be so
gets
fucking good.
plus 20 to whatever she rolls.
Cute.
Shit!
Oh.
It's gonna be 30 something. 40?
Oh, easy.
It's a race between me and you who gets 40 first. Hey! Oh shit! Damn!
Wraith
I
fully
am a
disappears from the
tree.
campaign.
Yeah,
I'm a
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you're
I've
gonna get
been
40
this
soon.
invisible since you
Easy.
cast invisibility on me.
Holy shit. This
I
is
love
some
it.
Vaxel down level stealth, bro.
It is.
Christ.
It is. It is, and I love it. Yes. So where's this starting from? Sorry, is it Wrath 24 and then 19? Oh, no,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. Those are some good fucking rolls. No, even I can't see Wraith. I don't know where she's
She's
gone.
gone, bro.
I can't see Steph's video. Exactly. Yeah, she just fades into the trees. And yeah, very, very successful roll for everybody. And you make your way through this little woodland. How long's past without a trace? Is it 10 minutes?
Yes.
Cute.
Oh no, up to an hour.
An hour!
Ah,
Incredible! I love it. These vultures ain't gonna fucking see ya. But yeah, you pass where that vulture is. Like, you hear noise in the trees. You pass where that vulture is looking for the jerky that Wraith threw. And as you kind of keep to like the natural shadows that are being cast here, luckily there's some like deep clouds rolling in, so obscuring a lot of the sun. And the winds are picking up a little bit, but that helps cover the noise of your footsteps. And so, punch my microphone, sorry. And so you approach this destroyed campsite. The vulture that's circling overhead may be distracted by the other one, just unable to see you guys. And you see what Wrath saw from the air. So you see in more detail as well. So you see this tent, this like 2-man tent that's just been like ripped to pieces, almost like it's been ripped and just thrown like behind whatever did this. So it's like hanging on trees. There's pieces of canvas like streaked with blood, like shattered tent poles everywhere. There's like some sort of cooking equipment that probably was left outside or something, that's just been like absolutely just you find like a cooking pot, like quite a durable steel one that just is like it's just like crushed, almost as if something just like, I don't know, stepped on it or kicked it to one side. You see as well, obviously you see the bodies, but I'll come to that in a second, but you also see there is it's hidden slightly, and Wrath, you would have been able to probably see it on a 30 to be fair, but I'll say you were looking more at the bodies. As you guys come through the woodlands, you see kind of hidden, like it's hidden underneath I don't know, some like nature covered tarp, like a wagon, a loaded wagon that these people were probably traveling with, and it's not like it's not hidden, like you guys aren't having to roll to find it, it's just not in their main camp, it's parked, it's a better word to describe how this thing is. And then you see the bodies, so 2 bodies ripped open, like there's dried blood on the earth, dried blood on their clothes. Their armor, one was wearing kind of heavier armor, kind of studded armor. One was wearing sort of more lighter armor. Just completely ripped open. Like, its giving didn't stand a chance. You see they had weapons. There's like a short sword, like 20 feet away from one of the bodies that looks like it was tossed there. Like arrows, daggers. You see something that it's crushed. I think, Wrath, you step on like some crush, you think it's glass, but then you realize it's crystal, and it's probably like a spell casting, like what's it called?
Component?
Focus. Yes, component.
Focus.
You see that. But yeah, these people very dead. You can't tell how long dead just by looking. But you would say, like less than 2 weeks, more than 2 days. Just from like the state of things.
I'll take out the spirit lantern and light it up. So this lantern emits a cold blue light in a 20 feet radius. If you shine this lantern on deceased remains for 1 minute, you can cause ghostly illusions of the dead creatures to manifest. These illusions hover above the remains and act out the last 5 minutes of the creature's life.
Oof.
Oh,
Damn.
good one.
Yeah.
Good one, April.
Let's go!
Damn. Yeah, so you do that.
For this, just to let you know, this effect is silent and shows the dead as they were in life, depicting any items they carried.
Okay.
It does not, however, reveal any others who may have
Okay.
been present at the time of the creature's death.
Cool.
So it's a bit limited. It doesn't show you.
Very cool. It's like a pantomime.
Indeed.
Are you just? Is it just one of them? Are you choosing? Stop whacking the microphone. Are you choosing like a specific one?
I'll do it over. I mean, are the
Does it say in
bodies
the
close
vicinity?
together?
Sorry, like just the wording on it. Can it be cast on more than one person? Is why I'm asking.
It says deceased remains, so I presume so.
Yeah.
I'm rereading now. If you shine this lantern on deceased remains for 1 minute of the dead creatures, yes.
Oh, nice.
It's
Cool.
multiple.
Brilliant. Yeah, and they are kind of close together. But yes, so Wrath, you pull out your lantern again, almost atmospherically, like these storms come in more, it like darkens, so your lantern glows a little bit more, and then glows brighter and brighter. And these remains in front of you start to glow with that, like, is it kind of bluish that's associated with your sort of like magic? In this 1 minute, is anyone doing anything, or are you happy to let Wrath do his thing?
Wrath do his thing. I think Toki's trying not to throw up.
That's fine.
Wraith,
Look away, Toki. It's okay.
Wraith wants to pick apart this campsite, but is waiting because she doesn't want to destroy any evidence.
Nice. Oh, she's learning.
Destroy the evidence.
Yes, very good. Okay, cool. So, switching to spooky music. You watch as the ghostly blue light around these two deceased people solidifies almost a little bit like your horses in a way, and it appears to be like picking apart pieces of their soul and their living body, or their physical body I should say, and like their mind, their memories, pulling kind of wisps of blue until they become more and more and more solidified, and over the course of this minute eventually take the shape of people. 5 minutes you get, and you watch this scene where they begin, the kind of blue forms float back to where you imagine the tent would have been like set up, and you see two figures sleeping. You see that one of them is sort of laying down, but their head every now and then like goes from side to side, and then will sort of peek out the front of the tent, and then come back in, and you kind of gather this person was like on watch, but was doing it like while laying down in the tent for some reason. Like maybe it was raining, maybe it was cold, they wanted to be in the tent here, for whatever reason they went outside. This carries on for like 2.5 minutes. You're just sort of watching in silence these two people sleep, basically, when you don't hear, you see the person that was on watch, they sit up, bolt upright, and then like look around, and you see they reach for something that when they grab it materializes into a dagger, and they get up and kind of do the motion of like opening up a tent flap that you can't see, poke their head out, look around, and you see they hold their like what would have been their arcane focus around their neck. You just see it was like a small like crystal orb that was just hanging around their neck. You see they hold that, and looking around, one hand on the dagger, they take their hand off the focus and then nudge their sleeping companion, who then wakes up. They say something to them, and I think Wraith, make an just run me an intelligence check.
Yeah. Sure you don't want investigation?
Nah, just straight intelligence, please.
Lauren knows now.
You guys are too good at checks.
It's a flat 2.
Yeah, they start doing some sort of hand signals, gestures, which you're like, oh, I think that's some kind of thieves' cant like language, but you're like, oh, maybe it's just like innate to them too, like how with Glazier, like maybe it's a code. You can't read what they're saying to each other or signing to each other.
Are they? Oh no, they're not speaking.
No, they're not.
I can lip read.
Can you? That's really useful to know for this in the future, and maybe in the next 2 minutes. But in this instance, they aren't talking. You see that you can't make it out, but you kind of, even with that too, do recognize that one of them is trying to get everyone's attention, is trying to pass some sort of message on without speaking. And the rest of you see that, can infer from that what you will. They both get up. The one with the dagger and the focus kind of goes out first, kind of creeps around, and you see them now moving around the perimeter of the campsite in kind of almost like a circle. Let me just look something up. Now everyone make a just intelligence check. Nice. Excellent, yes. So Wrath and Alanis, you two are the ones that noticed. Toki and Wraith, the arcane focus person, seems to just be walking. It wasn't a circle. They walk back and then they walk to the right and then they walk down, just walking in a way around the campsite. But Wrath and Alanis, you notice that they appear to be walking in like a 20-foot cube radius. That's what they appear to be walking around. They've not made their whole way around. They've maybe gone like 20 foot one way, started going 10 foot the other way. As they get to that point, the other person emerges from the tent. They appear to have put very quickly some armor on. Well, you probably wouldn't be able to see them doing this. Grabbed a sword, the short sword that you recognize as being flung halfway across the camp, and join their friend. They now stand kind of back to back, semi-flanking each other as they continue this walk of this 20-foot perimeter. All of a sudden, one of them looks up, ever so slightly faster than their friend, but it's not quite quick enough, as something, and you don't see what, emerges from the tree line, and you can tell the force of it as it leaps onto the person with the sword, throwing them backwards through the tent. The tent's destroyed by the force of this person throwing them, and this person is now prone, pinned on the ground. You see the sword kind of left their grasp, but they're trying to like go for it, trying to grab the sword. They kind of get it in their hand. You look back at the other person, who was kind of like gone into kind of like a crouching position, and appears to sort of take out another dagger and goes to throw it at whatever is attacking this person. You don't know if it hits, you don't know if it misses, but what you do see is that another creature appears to come out from the tree line, and just takes out almost one hit. This person that was crouching, the arcane focus person, and you see they are like thrown against a rock, and being like prone against this rock, you watch as, without being able, it's kind of horrifying and creepy, without being able to see the thing that is doing it, you watch as like wounds open up on them themselves, by themselves. You watch as like armor is split in two, gashes appear on their neck. You watch it as they scream out silently in anguish, as like lacerations appear down their chest. All the while this is happening, you look over and see the short sword person, and you see that they somehow have managed to fight off this thing that was on top of them. Again, you can't see what it is, but you see that they appear to have like rolled to one side, and are running now, like running to their friend on this rock, and they've got their sword in one hand. They're attempting to like help and fight, and then a third thing comes in, and this is when it like takes them out. You see it like catches them at like one point on their neck, and graphically just blood starts going everywhere. You see that you can't see the tent really, so you don't really know what's happening over there. But as this happens, the short sword gets thrown. You watch as this like blue light illusory short sword eventually rests in the place where it is sitting now, where you found it. You see this person still alive crawling across to their companion, and then something grabbing their leg and hauling them backwards, leaving like a streak of like mud and blood across the dirt. As they're being pulled, that seems to have been it for them. They stop moving, they fall limp. But you see the thing kind of continues tearing into them. The person on the rock, the arcane focus person, is then flung. You know, you might have seen videos of when birds or like dinosaurs play with their food and they throw it up and another one catches it. That appears to be what is happening to this body. I feel like I needed a trigger warning for this section. It appears to be happening to that body, and then eventually, like, you get the sense they both died, like, I don't know, a minute and a half before this, like, recording ends. It's played with, basically. And then falls down to where it was when you found it. And then the blue lights fade, and you're just left standing with your friends, looking at each other, ashen-faced, I imagine, after witnessing this scene.
Raph puts the lantern away. I'll take that out later.
Raph's like, that's a little bit, that's not silly. It's different.
Well, I don't think we should dilly-dally here too long, lest we be mauled to death by 3 creatures.
Wraith will start patting the bodies down, looking for things in pockets, jewelry, and while it will look like she is trying to loot, she is looking for sign of like identity, of trying to find out who they might be.
Nice, yeah.
He was giving you the benefit of the doubt and assuming you were doing that.
Yeah.
Roll me just investigation check. Is anyone else doing anything around the campsite with the bodies, the area?
I think Toki's not going to look at the bodies, but we'll look at like the wagon to see what's in there and if there's any like identify.
Cool. So we got the wagon. Nice one. Alanis?
Alanis will keep an eye on the tree line.
Nice one. Cool, good stuff. Cool. So Alanis, roll me investigation or perception or nature or survival, whatever one. I feel like any of them could kind of go well in this situation. You're kind of keeping an eye. Toki, checking out the wagon. Roll me. Okay, quickly. I'll go back to Wraith, but quickly. I think you get there and it is locked. So roll me just like a sleight of hand check to be like, can I jimmy this open before I get my friends? And then seeing how well you do that, we'll describe the rest of the wagon. And then Wraith, with your nat 20, you pat down the bodies. They're cold. The blood isn't wet anymore. Like they've gone a bit stiff. You don't find any identification on them. Like, and people don't carry driver's licenses, but like I don't know, like
A saint symbol, a wedding ring.
Something they don't really have that. Like, you know that there was the the holy, what's it called? I've forgotten again. The magic, the arcane focus. You know there was that, but that shattered. The only real thing, I think, wedding ring is interesting. I think probably one of them's wearing some jewelry. You see one's got the bracelet on, but aside from that, you recognize them. You recognize these people. Cast your mind back to session 48, when it was just after downtime. You and your brother started speaking to two travelers in the campsite as you were walking around. They were a little bit cagey. They seemed to be transporting something. They didn't really want to talk to you. They were a little bit weird. And then Wrath gave a friendship bracelet to them, trying to like charm and chat to them.
It's my one!
It's your friendship bracelet, specifically your one.
They're general good traders. General goods traders.
General good
Here they never were.
Yeah, not general, not good, not traders.
Ray whips her head to the wagon where Toki is.
Yeah, and Toki is at the wagon with a 10 sleight of hand. You're like looking around the wagon. You're like, what have we got here then? And you're looking around. It appears to be sort of a hand wagon, something you could kind of pull yourself. You don't know, maybe they could have attached some sort of like beast of burden to it, like a little donkey. You don't know what happened to the donkey. But there's like underneath this tarp they've thrown over it, there's some bags, some packs which you have a little look in. They've got sort of rations, sort of, I don't know, like things you maybe could consider semi-valuable, like gold coins in like coin pouches, stuff like that. Like they've not got like diamonds in their bags, but just sort of well-crafted supplies that are just sort of abandoned here. And then you kind of make your way around and you see that there is in the back of the wagon this, like, it's not quite a chest, it's sort of like a crate that is immediately locked. There's like a padlock, and as you start being like, oh, I wonder if I can get this open, Alanis, on your 26 perception, you're watching the forest, you're not seeing any movement, and you do actually on that check notice that these blue lights that Wrath summoned, they've scared off the vultures. They have gone. Like whatever threat they may have posed to you if they'd noticed you were looking at their food, completely gone. A win. I think you also see though, in the woods, like as you're keeping an eye, you can't help but notice like the odd footprint of some creature, like the mark of a talon on a tree. And roll me a history check, please, Alanis. Toki, you're at this lock and you're looking at it and you're sort of like, how could I unlock this? You're like, people use hairpins. I've seen people use hairpins. Does Toki have a hairpin?
I don't think Toki does have a hairpin. What might Toki have? Look at the old inventory.
Knitting needle. Sewing pin.
He doesn't even really have
quill.
He's got he will have a quill, or he's got some cook's utensils. He's got
a fork and a quill in the lock, and Wraith standing behind him with a lock.
He's like, I've seen Wraith do this. Like, I get it. I get the. She explained it to me once. I get the process. I get the theory. I can do it.
Incredible, amazing. So you have a quill and a knife, a little like butter knife, that you're like twisting. As you twist it, something on the way you tug the lock, you hear a clunk, and then a rolling noise, and then the sound of something dropping, and you go, oh. And as you do, Alanis, you like have wandered over to this tree that has the footprint next to it. Something tickles in the back of your memory, like you've been struck or nearly struck by something like this before. You remember with your friends running around a square trying to heal people who have been injured, and you remember this feels like Zgroza, this feels like the Eldritch Horrors from Raw Core. And just as you have that thought, you hear a as you turn round and Toki has gone flying back, the lock having exploded. And we will pick up next week with whatever happened with that trap that Toki has set off.
Set off a trap.
As
the one time we don't check for traps.
Flying through the air. We will leave that there.
So good.
Fucking
yes, so good.
And I feel like we did a lot.
Horrifying, but so good.
Yeah.
We have done a lot. I filled nearly 3 pages.
Whoa! Please show me.
I don't think I've stopped writing since. So we've got page 1, which has our little question box, our little quilt and fang necklace. And page 2 is location, because I always do them for the thing. So I'm going to print out your little collagey bits. Yeah. And then 3 got our soul lantern.
Cool.
And then our little story about what happened in the last 5 minutes.
Wow! That's so good.
Oh, you drawn it that quickly.
Shit.
Yeah,
That's
so sorry if I
amazing.
had my head down all session. I've been doing a lot of writing.
Amazing. That's so cool, man. I love it. Yeah, incredible. Great. Well, let me know any session titles anyone may have. But yeah, we will